and welcome to the Cup TV, the Currently Unnamed Podcast, where we put the real and the tea in reality, and where you can always come to us first to quench your thirst. I am your girl Lana, your resident evil diva, here to give the tea, spill the tea, and drink the tea because you know I love me some tea purr. And if you have some tea, you know what to do. Hit me up. I am currently just drinking on some water because it's so late, and that's all you should drink this late at night is water. But if I was drinking anything else, I would probably be drinking out of my cup mug. These cup mugs are so handy, so great. You should get you one. And you know what? You could get you one at lanagcreations.etsy.com. You can get your cup mug or any of our other cup merch and check it out. Per.
Hello, guys. It's your favorite Black queer content creator and number one is what the stars stand. My name is Kamori, aka Sparking Alien, and I'm excited to go through another week of dancing, especially this night, full of emotions, inspiring routines, and a beautiful tribute to the late
Mm.
Grand Lynn.
The late great Lynn. That's where we're gonna start. That's where I want to start. I just want to because I watched that dance probably 3 times just today because it was so good. The whole tribute was beautiful. It was so sweet, and them doing a waltz to Blue River, and it was just the cleanest. It's what Lynn wants. No fluff, no razzmatazz, all that stuff Lynn says. No. Smoke and mirrors, none of that. It was just a clean, beautiful waltz. And it was so lovely to see all of the dancers coming back who have been on the show, the pros. All the pros did this beautiful waltz. It was so pretty. I couldn't take my eyes off it. And I will admit, I was tearing up. I cried a little bit watching it. I was like, oh, that is so sweet and sad. And it was beautiful. It was beautiful.
Mm, like literally, let me tell you, like I just wow, the first time I watched it, I would tell I haven't like let me tell like the tears.
Ah,
So kind of let me tell you, like my dream was to ever if I was ever to get on this show, like I would just love it's like finally get a critique for Lynn, like see what he would have said about my dance. And I remember just going back to last season when he announced that he was retired. I was like, oh no, like my dream of finding a dance for Lynn is not coming true. But I was like, maybe like in the future, like maybe he might just come back and watch the dances. At least I can still perform in front of him. At least I can still be in his presence. But and then hearing months later he passed away, like it really shook me to the core. And then the whole dance, a shout out to Jenna and Bao for
mm-hmm.
putting an amazing routine. And it was just so great to see some of my favorite OG
Mm,
pros from back in the
yeah.
day. Like like Karina, I love Karina so much. It's been a while. I really hope,
Yes, girl.
they hope to bring some of these people back, like Karina, because she was very good back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
Louis,
Louis
Mark,
Van Amstel. I'm like, we've not seen Louis in forever.
ever. And then Max added that. It's like it was just surreal to be to see all that, and then it's just a beautiful classic waltz, like just typical land dance, and then
Yeah.
when it all turned, and the lights, his
Uh,
share, like
mm,
when Bruno started just losing it,
mm,
wow,
mm.
it was powerful. Like honest, it's probably one of the best pro routines that I have ever seen. It's probably one of the best tributes ever for me, for any person that has passed away as far as dancing. Like one of the best pro dance ever in the history of this show. Like this is gonna be in the history. They remember this.
It,
So it was
it,
beautiful routine.
it was a very beautiful routine. It was, I was just like, and for it to be on this night, when the night was the most memorable night, most memorable year. And so this is a very memorable moment that they just had on that show with that dance and with all of those pros, and it was beautiful. I'm probably gonna watch it like 14 more thousand times because it was just so good. Every time it pops up on my YouTube timeline or Instagram timeline, I'm just probably gonna watch it. It was just that beautiful. It was it was gorge. But let's get into these dances because that's what we're here for. That's what we're going to talk about. And like I said, it was the most memorable year now. I don't know if this is in order. I didn't do this time, so I don't know if it's in order, but it's okay. We'll talk about it as they come. First is Mira, Savina, and Gleb, and they danced a contemporary dance. And they did Romeo and Michelle, which that was one of my favorite movies. I love Romeo and Michelle. I just really do. But Kamoria, what did you think?
I think this was her best dance. It was a beautiful dance, and I love that she did her iconic routine. But instead of doing it with Lisa, she did it with her daughter, and her daughter, she's a very good dancer. Like she beautiful dancer. It was beautiful, but also comical at the same time. Cause like I love like you can just tell like the different moves from the actual scene that she used in the routine. I
Mm-hmm.
think and it was just seeing it was her best day. Like she's actually kind of like giving more of a performance. Like she's actually improving,
Yeah.
and so it was very good to see. It was a beautiful routine. And the last pose,
Yeah, but
it was so cute, so cute. I loved it.
I did too. I enjoyed this dance a lot. I was like, okay, me first, like I said, I just love Romeo and Michelle. I love that movie, and then that scene in that movie was so iconic to me, and it was like to see her recreate it, and then with her daughter, like you said, it was beautiful. I enjoyed it. I love that she got to do that. I think Gleb created a great routine in the midst of the routine that she already did for the scene. It was just good. I loved it. I agree. It was her best dance to date. What would your score have been?
Far if over compared to contemporaries, I would have given it a 7. It was a solid 7. She was getting it. It was a solid 7. It was
Mm-hmm.
beautiful, but I think you got to compare it with so many contemporaries
Yeah,
tonight that it was one of the weaker ones, but it was still a beautiful dance. I enjoyed it.
yeah. I think I would have given it a 7 as well because I thought it was just a really good dance. I thought it was just good, and she ended up getting a 22, which is which was good. I thought it was a good dance and a good score for her. So I'm okay with that. I'm not mad at that. Up next is Ariana and Pasha, and they danced a Viennese waltz. And I loves me a good Viennese waltz. That I think that is my favorite waltz. So, Maureen, what did you think?
I think for me, I love this song because I think definitely this song resonates her story. And yes, we know the typical scandal on that, like she had dealt with a lot. Like her mental health was like dealing with her ex cheating on
Mm-hmm.
her, and all that was coming out with her one of her family members dying,
Mm,
and get people seeing her story about that, and then not only that, with doing all this, like her mental health, like she said she was not eating, like she was trying, she wanted to commit suicide, like she was going through it at the time. So I mean, this year she picked it. It makes perfect sense. And I think this is a song like this is. 'Cause I love being honest. I just love this song in particular. It's like a song you would want to cry to, rage, get angry, show all your emotions, and she did show that in that dance. Like what I love about her, like far as performance, like she gives performance every time. When it comes to a song or a story, like she sticks to it and she gives the right thing for the song. Well, my issues were about it was it took her like very long to finally get in hold with Pasha.
mm,
That's my
mm-hmm,
only concern. Like it took at least like I think a good 20 seconds by herself and then to get home. But once she got home, it was beautiful. I did see like she did kind of mess up like one part.
mm-hmm,
Far as
mm-hmm,
that, it was still a beautiful solo routine. I just
mm-hmm.
wish she would have just got into the dance
Yeah,
more.
yeah. I, like I said, I love a good Viennese waltz, and the good thing about a Viennese waltz is that like it's when they're in hold and how fluid and moving. And I agree with you. It took a little too long to get into the hold, and then once she got there, it was beautiful. She got there, but a little slip up. But I'm not expecting perfection. I just
Right.
want it to be pretty and beautiful, and like I said, all the emotions that came with the song and with the year and the memorable part of it all. Yeah,
Hmm.
I get it. I thought it was beautiful. I thought it was beautiful. Um, yeah. course. What would you have given her?
I want to give it an eight. It was solid eight. It was still good for dance. It's an eight.
I think I probably would give it a 7, just because of the little mishaps and things, and to hold. Like, I'm in my Lynn Goodman era. I wanted you to get straight away into the dance, not
Mm-hmm.
that razzmatazz at the beginning. You know, I don't know. I
Mm-hmm.
don't know. Maybe Lynn wouldn't have said that, but I just said that. Anyway, she got a 24, which is a good score, solidly good score. We moved to Miss Charity Lawson, who also did a contemporary dance, and I think this was my favorite contemporary dance of the night. I'm just gonna say it.
I definitely like I did what I do is I always do my predictions on Reddit. Like I said, for me, I think all out of all the ones that got this style of dance, I was like, for me, I think she's gonna be the best one. Like far as before we get to to the performance after, I was like, far as technique, she has the best technique. We already know. So
Mm-hmm.
when it comes to the shoot, I think there's no problem. I think what she just really needs right here, just the emotion performance. And my God, when she put those two, put those two together, it creates magic. And then when we get into it, like me tell you, when like that first part on the bars, I was like, the amount of confidence, the amount of we're like being able to
Nerve,
do it, and then the way she just falls back and let
trust.
Arden and then the whole emotion, the technique, it was beautiful. I was shook. I was like,
Mm-hmm.
this is her best dance.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like the part was like we were wanting Cherry to kind of push out more, and like she finally showed that. I was like, this is a Cherry that we want to see, and it's just great to see black women just do good on the show again and be and
Mm-hmm.
be and then for me, because I know Arno, he does not like this style at all. He does not like contemporary. So for him to not hate like this style, to be able to pull a masterpiece like that, like
Mm-hmm.
that takes a lot of hard work. So props to you, man. And she got she ate it. I had no words. To be honest,
Yeah.
it was the best dance of the night.
I agree. I was so blown away with how good it was. Like, when you watch something and it just keeps drawing you in, you keep moving closer and closer to the screen. Like, I was literally like being sucked in. I felt like I was being sucked into what she was doing, and
Yeah.
that trust that she had with Artem to be on these poles, on this thing, and just fall back, and
Hmm.
it was so beautiful. The movements that they both had, and then once they hit the on the dance floor and they were dancing together, and he would catch and she would. It just emoted. It was so emotional, and you can feel it. Just it was
Yeah.
so good. It was one of my favorite dances to watch of the night. I was just blown away by it.
Hmm.
What would you score it?
It was a 10 for me. Perfection.
Me too. I was like, it was so good. She got a 28, close to perfection now, and I kind of am happy. So, got a couple tens in there. Got a couple tens in.
And congratulations, Charity, for being the first one to get the first 10. The first person to get the first 10. You're the first person. So congratulations to you.
Congrats,
Congrats.
congrats, girl, because it was deserved. It was
Deserved.
deserved. It was beautiful. So yeah, Allison and Sasha, and they danced the Viennese waltz as well.
Okay, so I think this is to me this is her best dance. So first
Mm-hmm.
off, it's a good thing. My only thing, I was very confused about what the umbrella part of this
Mm.
thing was. I don't know, because like her story is like her husband, she lost her life. But I was like, why does an umbrella have to do with the thing? Maybe like she did something with an umbrella with her husband. I just not sure. I was like, what did the umbrella have to do with this dance? And that's my only thing. That just took me out. But when she
Mm-hmm.
got in whole, like it was beautiful. It's still a little bit skippy, but for us that she has been improving. It
Mm-hmm.
was her best dance, and she really gave her all in her emotion, and I loved it.
Yeah, I feel like I understand what you're saying with the umbrella. I felt like sometimes people do dances like they could make a prop just to have a prop, just to make it something interesting in the dance. And I don't think a Viennese waltz need props. I don't think it needed that at all. They could have just
Mhm,
gotten to the hold and dance. I don't know. Yeah, I wasn't a fan of the prop either of the umbrella. I was kind of like, why is it there? But yeah, I do think she's improving. She still has some way to go, but she's improving, and that's all we can ask really at this point. So,
Mhm.
what would you have scored Allison's dance?
It was a solid 7.
Solid seven indeed. I could not
Mhm.
agree with you more. And she got a 21, so they agree with their sevens. It was very solid sevens across the board. Then we have Harry and Riley, and they danced a contemporary dance. Skype.
Um, well, let me just say,
Mm-hmm.
I,
Mm,
I don't know. For me, I mean, I like the song that he chose, but
mm-hmm.
for me, first one thing is that song does not go with this type of dance. 'Cause it's like a more like upbeat kind of feel song. It was like it's not like fast. It was like a upbeat kind of like a moderate tempo for me. For a contemporary, like I don't think it works.
Mm-hmm. I, I'm just not a fan of his. Can I be honest? I'm not a fan of his. I'm not a fan of how he dances. I'm not a fan of how he moves.
Hmm.
So I might be a little biased. Everything he does, I'm kind of like, I just, I'm not a fan of it. I don't think he should. I think he should have been gone a while ago, and I don't think this was that great of a dance for me. Anybody else could disagree. I just,
No, but I think you're good line. I think pretty much majority of the public agrees with you. I agree as well. It was. It's not. It's not for me. Like I love his passion, but it just the footwork it needs to work, and I don't know. And for me, it's just kind of it's like they're trying to push this, this kind of little cutie patootie, like oh they're so cute together thing. I don't know. It wasn't vibing to me.
I
For it didn't give it what a contemporary needed to be.
right. I feel like because like we were saying about Allison is improving and Mira is improving and other people are improving. I think he's just stagnant. Like he's not improving. He's just found a place and he's staying there. His footwork should have been way better by now, and it's just
Hmm.
not. So I just wasn't a fan of this. So what would you score it?
It was a 6.
It was a six for me for sure. And he got an 18, so they agreed. It was a six.
Actually, I just found out, like this is the actually the lowest score for a contemporary dance,
Oof,
actually, in the
oof,
history of the show. So all the
oof. Yeah, because most contemporary dances are really good, and it brings out that something in that other person that they have never seen before, and it's like, oh,
Mhm.
it's that passion, it's the emotion, it's the. He didn't give me none of that, child. He didn't give
Yeah.
me none of that. So we moved to Jason and Daniela doing a quick step.
I just love Jason.
Mm-hmm.
Jason
Mm-hmm.
everywhere, or they like call me, okay? I love because yes, he's from he's part of the queer community. Yes, guys, yes, he is. He's a queer. He's part of us. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I love this quick step. I really it was definitely a improvement from his first ballroom dance from last week.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I I don't know if he made a mistake, like Carrie Ann said, but I'm not sure. I had to see it again what she said. But as far as that, it was definitely an improvement. Well, I think what he has before he has the musicality. He's a performer. He knows how to
Mm-hmm.
connect with the music, and
Mm-hmm.
yeah, and he's just good. And I think he's everyone like the best part, like far as the males, the best male with the best technique. He's up there with Cherry far as technique as well. So he has the technique and the musicality, and that works very well together. So and like I'm like like it was okay last year, but I was like eventually he was for sure improve. Like I don't see him not like doing bad with ballroom. I know ballroom and it's going to be very hard for him to do, but for him this is an improvement from last week. It was clean, it was fun, it was I enjoyed it. I just loved it. It was an improvement for sure from last week.
Yeah, I think I agree with you. It was definitely an improvement for a ballroom dance. I want him to get better and more comfortable in the ballroom realm because we
Hmm.
know he can do Latin dances. He's done really well with the Latin dances. And I just want to see him because you want your winner of Dance with the Stars to be able to be all around, overall, a good dancer of all styles and genres.
Yeah.
And I just want him to improve more in the ballroom. But it was a good performance. It was
Hmm.
clean for the most part. I do think he did mess up a little tiny bit, so I kind of agree with Kieran. But he recovered very well. And it's not about what you mess up, it's how you recover from it. And I think he recovered from it very well. I thought it was a good dance. I liked his song choice. I thought it was good. What would you give
Yeah.
it a score?
It was a 9 for me. It was a 9.
I would have gave it a solid 8.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm. And he got a 27. So there you go. We move. Not me skipping. To Lily and Brandon, and they danced the contemporary dance, which was
Wow.
good. Which was good.
I'm so proud. This was her best dance. Like it was clean. She was in sync. Like I don't know. I don't understand why these judges are pairing my girl Des like this.
Mm-hmm.
I really feel like her score, like she was underscored this week. Like it was this the probably definitely one of the best routines of the night. And far as the contemporary goes, she was the second best contemporary dance by
Mm-hmm.
far.
Mm-hmm.
And then the whole story about her mental health and her
Mm-hmm.
husband, like the song, like it just worked together. She
So
was clean. Like it was her best dance. And like now I want it wasn't 10 worthy, but it was the best dance though.
good.
It
It
was
was
the best
it was
dance.
her best dance for
Yes. And
sure.
she is getting better every week. And then
Mm-hmm.
so like she's kind of right like Shangela, like Shangela had to kind of work hard because they were hard on Shangela, and eventually Shangela got better and better and was going up and better. So, as she just goes up, she's going heading the right direction, and
Yeah.
just yeah, just work at the footwork and technique and just continue to be clean.
Yeah.
She's going the right way.
Yeah. And I agree. I think they're underscoring her. I don't know why they're underscoring her, but I think
Hmm.
she's really showing that she is a contender. I
Yes.
thought this was a really good dance. And I was like, she's killing it out there. Is it some footwork issues? Probably, but the most of the people who watch and Dance with the Stars don't really pick up footwork and technique like that. We just
Hmm.
enjoy the emotion and how that dance made us feel. And watching her and Brandon do that dance after hearing her story, it just made you feel so like wow and invested in her. I thought this was a good dance. I thought they did really well, and yep, I had no problems with it at all. What would you score?
I'm gonna give you Lately a deserved 9 because you at
Mm-mm.
least deserve 1 9 at least a one nine at
She
least. You
getting a
deserve a
9
nine.
from me too because she deserves, and the judges are tripping because they gave her 24, and I was like, y'all are tripping. I didn't get it. I didn't get it at all. But we moved to Sochi and Val, and they did a Viennese waltz.
Let me just say she like at just weeks to weeks, I'm like she is definitely getting that winners at it. Like I just see it from her.
Mm-hmm.
Like she is continuing to do well in both styles of dance. I feel for her. She's actually like I think far as her dances so far, like they were kind of balanced both Ballroom and Latin. Because
Mm-hmm.
compared to others, like some people had to like a Latin dance like it's just like the first week. So I remember like with Charity, she kept on getting so many bomber dances and stuff. Like I think she only did like Latin one time, and that was doing the cha cha. So hopefully next week they kind of what I like is I want like at least give them like 1 week Latin, 1 week bomber, kind of like kind of go back and forth. And I think so far she's been getting like equally good dances. That she did Aladdin last week, she did a ballroom last week in the ballroom, and but like far as her story, like I know it's sad because actually I came last week from my quinceañera on Saturday, so I know I understand what the importance is of a quinceañera. So I know she was kind of heartbroken not to get to have one, but her dance it was beautiful. She's good at both Latin and ballroom. Like she
Mm-hmm.
was clean. It was perfection. Like she's amazing. She gives like like I just love her.
Yeah.
Like she's very humble and she it's during experience. And people gravitate to that. And she just in a dance, the frame, the footwork, like she was connected with Val. It was beautiful. I enjoyed it.
Hmm. As far as her dance record goes, she's done a cha cha and a salsa, then a foxtrot, and then a paso doble, and then the Viennese waltz. So she's done them all more Latin than ballroom, but more weeks to come. And she will be here for a while. She'll
Hmm.
get to do more ballroom. And Charity did two Latin dances at the first week because she had the tango and then the cha cha. And then she's been foxtrot, waltz, and then contemporary.
Hmm.
Interesting. But I kind of really like this dance a lot. To me, Winter Edit is very much what it looks like is happening with Sochi and Val. Um, I would not be surprised to see them in the finals. I'm almost expecting them to be in the finals.
Hmm.
Um, she just she knows how to she adapts very well to his choreography, and he knows how to make choreography that she's going to do well in. It's just it was just a beautiful dance all the way around. I love me a Viennese waltz. I said it before, I'll say it again. I'm just a fan of a Viennese waltz, and she just ate, and I'm just final bound, girl. Finals bound,
For
indeed.
real, for real.
Like, ain't nothing else we can say.
Like if she keeps this like I think I think I definitely like I'm predicting it now right now. Maybe possibly she might be one of the ones to get like probably like like, so we got the first 10 this week.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe someone might get the first pepper score next week if she continues to do
Mm-hmm.
good. It's a possibility. So we have to see and find out. But she has been just slaying it so far.
Mm-hmm. What would you give her score?
It was a 10 for me. My second 10 of the night.
Ooh.
So
I
it
would,
was that those two were the best routines in my opinion. Her and Charity's were my favorites of the night. Top
okay.
two.
I I'm back and forth because I want to say I agree, but then I want to be like, but I give it a 9. But I don't know. I'm gonna agree. Let's go agree. She get a 10. I mean, it's
Hmm.
not like my our scores count for anything else anyway, but whatever. She gets a 10 for me. But the judge gave her 28.
Hmm.
Same as Charity. I mean, it is what it is. It's good what it's good. Then we have Mauricio and Emma, and they did contemporary. And I was shocked that his contemporary was actually good.
Like
It
I
was.
enjoyed it. Yeah, I enjoyed it. Like this was his best dance,
Mm-hmm.
and I think the story with him, like he, being a dad, I don't- like that. I never experienced it, but I know eventually it happened one day. This experience, like just getting fired from your job,
Mm.
no, and then coming home, no, you lost your job. Your friend doesn't know, just trying to make ends meet with with kids, and
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's typical families. People have gone through that. Even some of the biggest celebrities today's probably families have to go with struggling to find make ends meet to get to where they are, and eventually, I'm very happy for him where he is now,
Mm-hmm.
for he is able, for the opportunities that has gone upon him. Yeah, and as far as the dance, it was good. It was clean.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoyed it. He's act same as him, going in the right direction. Like in the beginning, I thought he's not start up. Eventually I was kind of like I thought he was gonna be an early out for
Mm-hmm.
sure, but he has been proving me wrong, and eventually he's going the right direction for sure. So
Mm.
it was his best dance.
I agree. It was definitely his best dance. And I think my thing with between like him and Harry, because they're both big guys and they're both, little, you know,
Hmm.
when they dance, he's improved. Harry just stays at this level that is not improving. This contemporary dance gave us the emotion, it gave us the passion, it gave us those moments of and I was just like, that's what you want in a contemporary dance, something that makes you feel. And I felt that in with this. And I'm a big fan of Emma Slater's. So, period. She's just so good. But she really choreographed a really good routine that he would look amazing in doing it.
Hmm.
And they looked good. It was just a good routine, and I appreciated it for what it was. And he looked like a dancer. It was definitely his best dance for sure. What would you have scored it?
I want to give it an 8. It was an 8 for me.
It was an 8 for me too. It was a solid 8. And they gave it a 24. So
Hmm.
that was good. I agree with that. Up next, we have Barry and Peter, and they were dancing. Not me forgetting. They were dancing the Pasta Doble.
I want to say Michael. I find it kind of where he was the only one to do Atlanta dance.
Mm-hmm.
That I was kind of, I kind of like shading to me. Like, are you gonna sabotage him? But eventually, sabotage they did not. Let me tell you. Here's my
Mm-mm.
thing. I feel like Barry would have probably gotten like at least eights and stuff by now. But I think the thing was he just kept on messing up stuff. Like last year,
Mm-hmm.
I thought he would have got like some sevens had he messed
Mm-hmm.
up that jazz. But for me, this was his best. That when I said that man put on the show, he was feeling the dance. Like his like we said he was
Mm-hmm.
impossible. Like he was in the mode. Like I went to like I was hyped. I was like, there go Barry. There is Barry at maximum. That's Barry at number 10
Mm-hmm.
extreme mode. Like this is the Barry you want to see.
Yes.
Like I know he been wanting to pull this out for a good little minute, and he did
Mm-hmm.
it. Like I am so proud. Like the lines are clean. Like the shape was good. Like he had that energy. Like for me, like like we're crying too much. Like at least he got me being happy again. Like that's for
Mm-hmm.
me. Good good job for having them close in the night. Cause I don't know. I find it kind of weird that it thing is they always kind of put him early and
Mm-hmm.
so forth. Like I'm kind of switch it up. 'Cause I feel like if you kind of switch it up, it kind of gets more confidence. I'm glad I put him last. I felt like
Mm-hmm.
I gave him confidence he needed. He was actually focused and ready to go out and perform, and he performed a hell out of that pot. So I'm so proud of him. His best dance.
Yes.
Like
I could not agree with you more. His lines and the way he, because when you're a pasta doble, the male in the pasta doble has to be very strong and very like, oh, ha, da. And he was that. He was a show man. And I was like, yes, Barry, show them why you are who you are. Yeah, you might be the oldest person in this competition, but that don't mean nothing. You are a showman. You've been showing folks how to do stuff since the 70s. You know how to act. You know how to put on a good performance. And he did that. I was very, very proud of Barry Williams in this one, and I was just like, because I don't like people like counting him out because he was older, and we
mhm.
ready for him to go. He had a bad some mess ups, but like anybody else, you can have one bad week and come back and turn it around, and that's what he did, and he was determined to turn it around from last week.
Agree.
Kudos to you, Barry. And Peter, I adore her. So, I just want them around as long as possible because I adore them. What would you have given this best dance from Mr. Barry Williams?
An 8 indeed. It was an 8 for sure.
Hmm. For sure, for sure, for sure. Deserved. And he got those eights because he deserves. And he ate. Period.
Period.
Period. But we must talk about who was eliminated. Now, before we put the slide up, do you agree with who should have been eliminated? Who got eliminated?
Oh, without a doubt, no. Without a doubt, no. But eventually, the reason why they got eliminated, like I could see some justification. I know we didn't know it was the closest vote this season. So
Mm-hmm.
that's why, like, I need you guys to understand. That's why you need to vote for your faves, especially that's what I'm
Mm-hmm.
doing. If you could text the number or you go actually to the ABC online to get the stars vote, make it account. It's easy. You could do 10 votes per couple of your faves. So make sure you vote out here because with them saying being a close vote, we still have no judges saved at the moment. They didn't put that yet. So hopefully when it gets closer, like maybe cut like at least cut them at least like top seven. At least start by then. At least at least half of the competition will be gone by then. But at least like we gotta understand like it's like your faith could get robbed at any moment. Like, but unfortunately, I didn't not agree with who got the boot, but I can see kind of why.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't agree, but I understand. And after such a great dance, it's kind of sucks. But it was
Uh,
Vera and Gleb.
I swear, when she heard her name, she was like, "Oh my god!" But I was like, "Oh my god!" My thing with Mary. I think she's a beautiful. She was definitely one of the better dancers for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But really think her downfall was. I think her downfall was. I think just the first 3 weeks. There's her confidence. I feel like there's like her confidence kind of fell down when it came to votes because I feel like the thing was we had to push her to really come
Mm-hmm.
out. And
Mm-hmm.
last week she finally came out and like did it, and then this week, she definitely came out like it was like, oh, the mirror wanted to see, and then eventually I think it was just too late,
Yeah.
and then eventually, plus I don't think her fan base was not as big,
Yeah.
and I feel like what Harry says was his fan base. My thing is I feel like I love you guys, but I think it's time we got to send Harry home. He needs to go home. 'Cause eventually,
Mm-hmm.
if you keep him here, he's gonna rob some of your favorites. You're gonna be upset about it. Like I have seen this show so much to see so many people who were good dancers get cut so early. Like it's gonna be funny. And
Yeah.
plus, there is no judges save, so this can save the best dancers. So you need to vote until they bring that save back. You need to vote for your fave, especially the ones who are definitely good dancers who will definitely want to see who deserve to make the bar as well. So definitely make sure you guys vote. But it's fun.
Yeah.
And you can vote for this show. You can vote in real life for stuff that matters in real life.
Yeah. We definitely need to vote for real life stuff and voting for just, you know. But this is important too. You can vote for who you want to stay or dance with the stars because guess what? Your faves go home and then you're upset about it. So it's best that you just vote for them now and keep them in the game. You know, keep them playing, keep them dancing, because we enjoy seeing them. But I was very sad to see Mira go, but it is what it is, I guess, and we have no judges saves, like you said. So what can we do? What
Yeah.
can we do? But that's about it for this week. We will be back next week with the look, same time, same channel, same thing, talking about more dances, more of the judges if we agree or disagree with their scores. We're going to talk about all of it, and if somebody made us cry or made us mad, or how soon can we get Harry up out of here? That's the question. How soon can we get him out of here? I mean, yeah, that's just how I feel. I'm sorry. That's just my opinion. You might not feel that way. And if you don't, that's fine. We can agree to disagree respectfully. But follow, if you stuck around with us all this time, you know what you need to do. Hit that follow button and subscribe. Subscribe to the channel. Follow, share, subscribe, share. Tell your friends all about us. Cup TV. We're trying to gain our grow this channel, so we need your help. Give us the subscriptions. Period. Follow us on all of our socials at the Cup Pod on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok because we're some funny people. We have some funny moments, so check us out. And if you just want to follow me and Kamorian, you could, because why not? We're so cute. And we have some great content on our Twitters. So follow us. You see our links down there. Follow the links. And if you scroll down just a little bit further, you'll see the link to the Cup merch store. We can get all of your cup merch at LanaG'sCreations.etsy.com. You can get your cup mug and other cup items that we have in the store. So check that out. And for me and for Kamorian, that's it. Beautiful tribute to Lynn. We appreciated that so much. Rest in peace, Lynn. And good night, everybody.
Good night.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Do, 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 do.